Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I'm kind of chomping at the bit here, waiting on parts to show up. But until then, I kind of wanted to try my hand at replacing some of these panels. This quarter panel here is just completely gone. Finish ripping that all out. You see where someone's tried to replace this panel once before and did a shitty job, I might add, but you can see where they brazed it. And these are also, I think these are Phillips head screws that have been ground down. So I gotta take, what I'm actually gonna do, I have a like a patch panel. It'll replace that whole quarter panel. But it looks like somebody has actually maybe had this installed on another car and someone's come along and cut it out, and now I have it. So what I'm actually going to do is I've taken a little bit of this foil tape and I'm just going to cut on this side of the tape here, try to clean up some of these edges, give me something fresh to work with. And same with that. You know, I can deal with this cut here, and I can fix those. What I want to do is there's a weld on the inside. I'll flip that around and show you. And it looks like hammered dog shit, if you ask me. But we'll do. I just want to give myself a nice, clean, straight edge across here, and without these welds. And just start fresh. Once I get that cut, I will lay that panel kind of in place, kind of set it up here, and you can see where I've drawn a line, kind of give me an idea how much of this is going to get replaced. But as soon as I'm finished cutting that, you know, those old welds off, I'm gonna have to redo this line. It should be a lot shorter, be right around in here, and then maybe then I might start cutting. Wish I knew more about what's behind this panel here and how this this is for your fender skirt lock into here. If I cut this out, I'm worried about cutting any kind of reinforcement out of there. But yeah, that's a start. I got the rocker panels. They're roll pans, rocker panels. I think these are roll pans. This has all got to get cut out and replaced. And you see the bottoms of the doors gonna have to get replaced. Like that's all rotted out. In fact, this whole bottom of the door, I can actually stick my fingers in here, pull the door, pull the outer skin away. Oh my baby, oh my darling. That's enough of that. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so last video I left off, I had taped off where I wanted to make my cuts, kind of clean up, you know, where those welds were. I cut those old welds out. So now I've got a good solid panel to work with. I actually laid the panel on the car, kind of give me an idea where I needed to make my cuts. What I was obviously worried about is getting too deep. I don't know, I didn't have the panels out, so I really didn't know what was behind this whole panel. I just kind of gave it a good guess when I was cutting through. If I felt like I could feel where the skin was, you know, I was cutting through the skin, but if I felt some more resistance, I just kind of lightened up on the cutting wheel. That way I didn't dig into something that I don't want to cut out. Like obviously I'd like to keep wheel well in here. And then I just made a straight cut down through the door, or behind the door rather. But I've made my marks where that other piece matched up, because I didn't want to, let's see if I can zoom in. I didn't want to deal with any of this. I'd like to just keep that where it's at. If it's solid, So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But down here, obviously, I do want to replace this this dog leg in here, and I'm not too worried about any of this. This will all be replaced with a new rocker panel here. So the new panel goes in here. Again, this will all be cut out. There is another piece of metal behind here. Some sort of floor structure goes under here. I'm trying not to dig into that too much. I'm going to turn my saw this way and just go real lightly, just so I can take this top layer off. I'll deal with this corner later. Just wanted to give you guys a kind of a show what's all in here. I think this might be the leading cause of why all this crap is all rusted through. Whatever this is, it almost looks like some sort of Bondo. I don't even know what all that shit is. I'll give you $1 if you eat it. Looks like some shells right there. You see that? Looks right there in the middle. Looks like seashells. So you talk about salty sand. Looks like maybe an acorn. I'm not sure. Acorn shell, maybe. I saw a snail shell. There he is. Whatever this is, this giant hunk of Bondo. I bet that's the same stuff that I found inside the door. It's the same thing. Wherever this stuff was touching, it seals in that moisture and it just rots everything out. It's good stuff. This is all got to be taken out. That's metal. That's structure right there. Like it's rusted through right there. I might have to cut that out. Maybe I can find a new piece for this. I'd like to get all of that out. I have to break it off of this hose here. The hose looks like it's broke anyways. And there's another thing. You saw how that hose was cracked before. Of course, I finished it off. If this is a drain hose, if that's like a water gutter drain hose or something, that was cracked, and that would mean all that water sitting in here. At one point, there was a tarp on this car. There's a piece of it. We'll get all this crap out of here, and I'll hit it all with a wire wheel. Oh yeah, that's good. Good stuff. Wait, am I up to date on my tetanus? Well, too late now. I had to get up. Where'd that pry bar go? I guess that works too. That's like a solid 3 pounds of shit right there. Come on. Your ass is mine. Where'd the little pry thingy go. There she is. Not sure. Some kind of, that's not Bondo. Bondo's not black like that. It's usually like a tan. Kind of like that. This may actually be like a factory sealer because it's all up in here in the wheel well. Not saying that the factories really do things, you know, to prolong the life of a vehicle. They're saying now, like a lot of these rubber undercoats will also do the same thing. It just seals in moisture. Metal and moisture don't, it's a very abusive relationship. So you can see here, this is actually the inner rocker panels, which I've got new ones. This whole piece, this will all be cut out. There's brackets. See if I can feel one. There's a bracket back here, and the brackets come down, and that's where these inner rocker panels get welded to. So I'll have to go in there and clean them all up. The brackets are actually in pretty good shape. Got a little bit of, you know, they look like this, a little bit of surface rust on them. Knock that off with a wire wheel and clean them up. But, you know, idle hands is the devil's workshop, right? I'm waiting on parts to show up. We got a shifter on the way. Comment below, what are your thoughts on low car shifters? I think they are outrageously overpriced. I do hear good things about quality, but if you ask me, I don't think they're worth as much as they charge. Grossly overpriced. Well, anyway, that's it for this video.